Hi, I'm Tim Bartz, Internet Sales Manager here at McArthur Ford in Salina, Kansas, your source for Ford news, update, and information with a video on the 2025 Ford Escape. We are running through and going through all the different trim levels in this series, in a sense, or a playlist for you on YouTube here, where we're going through all the different Ford Escapes for the 25 model year, all the different trim levels. So we're going to cover the ST line in this video. We're going to cover all the standard equipment, plus the different package available and the standalone options all in one video. So it'll be very helpful. We're going to timestamp this so you can move around in the video and get all the information you're needing if you're looking to place an order for an Escape for 25 model year. The order banks are open up right now. And I did a video where I went over the different changes. So if you kind of know the 24 pretty well, you just want to know what's different 25, you can watch that video if you'd like to. This one's going to kind of drill down and get you all the information. So with that and notice there, and if you want to watch any of the other videos, the active is already done, and we'll be continuing on with the rest of them. So you want to make sure you're subscribed, bell notification is turned on, you don't miss any of these videos. So let's go ahead and, oh, by the way, since order banks are opened up, we are taking orders. If you want, we're going to have some different ordering tips at the end of the video. That'll be a timestamp for that, as well as the YouTube special that we have. If you want to order with us, I'll have more information about that at the end of the video. All right, let's get into this now. We're going to start with going to Ford.com, and the build-in price is up and running. And some people have always said, well, Tim, I could just go through this myself. The Ford's website was not always 100% accurate, and I like to explain things and not just have them on the website. And one of those is showing you the standard equipment, which they do not show you all of the standard equipment on the website. So that's, even if you just watch that part, that's probably the most beneficial. So we're going to go through and where I'm getting this information is the Ford's order guide, which are given to dealers with all the specifics of what's standard on different things. We're going to break it down: mechanical, safety, exterior, interior features, and then talk about different color options and then those different packages and what's included. Now, let's get into this. First, if you go to Ford.com and you click on the vehicles and go to the Escape, this is the page you're going to see. And you're going to say, this is 24 model year. But if you go down here, right over here, you can hit the 25 model year Escape. And then at that point, your build-in price will be for a 25 model. You'll notice they are starting lower than they were last year. Even the ST line is lower and is less expensive than it was last year. So they have taken a few things that were standard equipment off of the vehicle to make it cheaper, but it also brings that price down. If those features aren't a big deal to you, you can save yourself money by going to 25 instead of getting a 24. So let's go ahead and go into the build and price, and we're going to actually build our own instead of find one, because there won't be any dealerships yet. If you order one now, they are going to be holding up. Well, probably not the Escape, but it probably will be. They're going to start ordering now, but not start scheduling until next month for probably September build dates. Maybe even a little bit later for that for the Escape. So it'll probably going to be about October, November before you would see one if you ordered one. If you're one of the first ones, you'll see here ST line is starting at $28,990. Again, cheaper than last year. The active was $29,900 last year, so you're way below what it was last year. So ST line is available in EcoBoost and hybrid, whereas the active is only available in the EcoBoost motor. So we'll get more into that when we get to options and such. We'll go over what's standard, which motor is standard, and when we talk about what's standard, that means at that price, this is what's standard. And then when we get into options, those are all extra costs for those. So let's start our build right here. Maybe. There we go. All right. So moving in, we're going to actually use, we're going to go to the powertrains first. We're going to talk about the different mechanical features first. Now, standard equipment on this is the front wheel drive. And you can see all-wheel drive is, again, available. It's an option. It will cost more. Also, you'll notice the standard motor is the 1.5 liter EcoBoost motor with the auto start stop technology, which means you'll come to the stop sign. It's going to shut the vehicle off. Of course, you let go of the brake, it's going to turn it back on. If you do turn the steering wheel a little bit, it'll also do the same thing. So also, you're going to have an 8-speed automatic transmission as well. All these EcoBoost motors will have the 8-speed automatic transmission. Selectable drive modes. Different drive modes for different conditions. You're in a slippery mode, put it in slippery. It'll change the shifting of the vehicle, traction control, whether it comes on and off, different things like that, how the vehicle will shift, just different dynamics on the vehicle based on those drive modes. There's a normal, I know, there's an eco, there's a slippery, there might be a sport mode for the ST line, I'd assume. So there's different drive modes. Front and rear stabilizer bar as well. You have electric parking brake, which includes an auto hold. So electric parking brake, the auto hold means that if you want to put it in auto hold, and you go to a brake, you can then, once you've come to a complete stop, let go of the brake, and it's just going to hold that brake until you hit the accelerator, and then you're gonna go. It's gonna release that brake. You have electronic traction control as well. We just talked about that with the drive modes a little bit, and you do have variable assist rack and pinion steering. So because of that, you're going to have the electric power assist steering, which is that E-Pass. So going on highways and such, it won't push you around from side to side as much. And then that comes in handy. Transmission oil cooler as well on the vehicle. So that's all their mechanical features that are going to come with this. We'll get into the hybrid motor as well as the all-wheel drive when we get to optional equipment. Again, we're still talking about that standard equipment there. Now, let's talk about the different safety features. And if you did watch the video on the Active, it's the same safety features for the Active as it is for the ST line. I'm still going to go through them, but you can, again, use those timestamps. If you watch the Active, all the same features, you can just push forward to the exterior features if you want to click that timestamp. Now, for the airbags, we have a driver and front passenger dual stage airbag. Deploys a different size airbag depending on how close you are to the front of the vehicle. There is a sensor underneath the seat that lets it know how close you are to that. We do also have a driver knee airbag that's going to deploy from that steering column. So that way, if you're in that front collision, it's not going to hit into your knees. It's going to protect those. And then front seat mounted side impact airbag. That's going to come from the driver and passenger seat on the outbound towards the doors. And if you have that side collision on the AB pillar, that kind of thing, it's going to deploy that airbag. Also, it's going to, if you have a rollover and have a rollover sensor, the vehicle's going to roll over. It's going to deploy the side curtain airbags. It's going to deploy down, protect over the side as well as in the roof line from any sheet metal and breaking glass coming inside and hurting you as you're rolling over in the vehicle. Advanced track with roll stability control. So that's going to help keep you on your intended path. It uses a curve control to help with this. If you go on a curve too fast, it'll use a series of brakes around the vehicle to help keep you on your intended path, or maybe it's slick outside. If it's slick outside, put it in that slippery mode. That'll help out as well. Torque vectoring control as well, since it is front-wheel drive biased. And in this case, standard equipment is front-wheel drive. It'll help keep that vehicle going straight instead of, since all the power's with the front wheels turning on you or anything. So torque vectoring control helps. Pre-collision assist with automatic emergency braking. So it's going to come with pedestrian detection and forward collision warning. So if you're driving along, going that speed, and the car in front of you is stopped or going really slow, it'll warn you and let you know that the car in front of you is stopped, or if there's a person walking across the street. It uses dynamic brake support. Preload those brakes so that when you do get that sensor and get alerted and you hit your brake, you're going to brake even faster. Post-collision braking. So if you do have that accident, it's going to brake the vehicle post-collision. Pretty easy to figure that out there. SOS post-crash alert system. That's going to honk the horns, flash the lights if you are on the side of the road in an accident. It lets people know that they need to come to your safety. Sometimes in those situations, you're in the ditches or whatever, it helps out. Lane keeping system. So this includes lane keeping assist, the alert, and the driver alert. So the driver alert is going to sense whether or not you're take your hands off the steering wheel too often and alert you of that. The lane keeping system, it uses the aid or alert. So if you're going to leave your lane, it can, if you have it on the alert, it'll alert you by vibrating the steering wheel, let you know that you're leaving your lane. So once that sensor gets, your wheel gets to the lane marker. The assist will help you keep you in your lane. So it'll go over and then try to keep you in your lane. You can use these together. And what it'll do is when you get over to that line, it'll vibrate the steering wheel, but still try to bring you back in. So now this is an assist feature and not any way in autonomous driving in the sense that it won't always work. So faded lines, that kind of stuff, it may not work. So just so you're aware of that. Road departure warning. This is going to it's going to alert you if you're leaving the road. So going out of your lane is one thing because you could go into another lane, but actually leaving the road edge, it's gonna warn you of that as well. Security lock, passive, and a theft system means only the coded key can start that vehicle. So let's go back to the exterior here. We're gonna go and go over all the exterior features. First off, for this year, for the grille, we do have a black mesh upper grille and black bars on the lower part down here. Also, should have the grille strip that's going to be chrome right here on the top part. Kind of lines up with the LED signature lighting and LED reflector headlights. So they're going to cast basically into the bezel and then out on there. That's what a reflector versus projector means. Ford emblem did not change for this year. I thought I'd go to a white with the blue like they have been on the others, but is still the traditional chrome that Ford's had. Look to it. This is showing a silver lower skid plate down here. I'm not showing that in the order guide. I think that might be a change for this year. Again, trying to cut some costs there. It does have active grille shutters down in here. They'll open and close when it needs to let airflow in. Your headlights are automatic headlights, so that means they'll come on automatic when it gets dark, shut off when it gets light. Also does have wiper activated, so when you turn your wipers on, they'll turn on. We do also have automatic high beams, so when it's dark enough outside, those high beams will come on. So somebody approaches you in the city lights, it's going to shut them off. You can't activate and deactivate that in your lighting section of your vehicle settings screen. Front bumper is going to be molded in black. That's this section right across here. I think last year that was painted for the ST line. This year you have to go up to other trim levels to get that. So it'll be the molded in black there. Now, moving to the side, actually going to get a different image here for the side. Here we go. We do have on the side here, same wheels last year, 18-inch rock metallic painted aluminum wheel with the 225/60 R18 100H all-season tire pressure monitoring system as well, and you're going to have the four-wheel disc brakes with anti-lock braking system as well. ST line badging on the fender on both sides of the vehicle. The mirrors here are going to be does have the molded in black mirror caps. So on that one there, that means that, let me move it over to this other image. You can see there. So that means the black is put into the mold when it's made. So it's a little more durable, more textured. You can see that there. You can also see it on the rocker molding as well as the body side cladding, similar to what you see on the bumpers. Again, more durable that way. Still won't be painted on and such. And then over here on the side, the mirrors are a power glass manual fold mirror. And then it will have the Bliss blind spot information system with cross traffic alert. So if there's someone in your blind spot, it's going to put a light in the corner of that mirror and let you know it's not safe to go in that lane at that time. As you're backing up, if somebody crosses your path behind you, it's going to use those same sensors to alert you that there's somebody there. And if you don't, it's going to have now reverse cross traffic or rear cross traffic braking. So that's pretty cool that it has that. We do have the door handles, our body color door handles. We also do have intelligent access with push button start. So you just put your hands in the door handle with that key fob in your pocket. It's going to automatically unlock the vehicle, let it get inside and push and start the vehicle without getting your key out. Also, we do have two key fobs, so you can unlock and lock it from a distance. So you'll have those available for you too. We do have the window molding. The belt line's going to be black as well as the window molding on their outside. So you're going to have that. Also, you'll notice on the top of the vehicle, the side rails will be black as well. That'll be standard equipment getting those side rails. Privacy glass and these back windows and back glass too is going to be standard equipment, as well as the Easy Fuel Kappa's filler door. So right there, you just push that door open. It's going to no capital route, leave behind, getting your hands dirty. Just put the nozzle in there and fill it up. When you're done, just close that lid up there for you. All right, on the back of the vehicle, we do have a body-colored rear spoiler up here with the center high-mounted stop light on the side or on the back as well. That's your third brake light, kind of high. Rear defrost with rear wiper and a washer back here too. Rear view camera, so you're going to be able to see behind you as you're backing up. No sensor, just keep that in mind, but you do have the camera. And then also the rear bumper is going to be black molded in back here. And with it says lower molding. Lower is going to be also black too. But I believe this is going to be black, but it'll be a unique look on the rear skid plate to the active trim. Rear defrost it does have dual exhaust on the back with the chrome tips back here as well. And then inside we'll have a tire and inflator and sealant kit on the vehicle, and then rear cargo area light as well back there. So there you go. Now let's move to the inside. So on the inside, a unique look to this one here being the ST line. We do have a sport dark headliner, so kind of a black headliner in there. Illuminated entry system with courtesy delay. We do have floor mat front and rear for this. We do have the seats are going to be unique to this one. We do have a sport contour bucket seat. You'll notice the red stitching on there. They are going to be a partial vinyl with cloth. So cloth inserts, partial vinyl on the outside. And an 8-way power driver seat, forward and back, up and down, power lumbar, power recline, 4-way manual passenger seat, forward and back, and then manual recline for that one. So, and then, all right, center console will also have red stitching on it. You'll see that right there. Second row 60/40 split bench seat with an armrest that comes down. They'll have red stitching on those seats and that armrest as well. Then the seats can slide forward and back. 60/40 split bench allows for 60% to be slid forward and back as separate from the other. So that way, if you have something longer in the cargo area, you can slide it forward. If you want a little more leg room, slide it back. That's very convenient. Two-way manual adjustment for the driver and front passenger head restraints. Also, those outside seats there, the middle one will be fixed. All right. Now, let's talk about the power points in the back. So there'll be 2 power points back there. It does say USB. I don't think they're both a USB A. I think one's an A and one's a C, but it doesn't note that here. You do have the latch system, the lower anchors and tethers for children. A couple of places there to harness those front and rear facing car seats into there. If it's a front facing, there's also a latch on the back of the seat to harness that strap back there so it can stay securely against the seat. Now, let's move to one more image right here. The door locks and windows. We do have power windows, of course. Front one-touch down feature for the driver's window only. The other ones, you'll have to hold it. Not a big deal. The doors, they do lock. Unlock and unlock. Rear child safety locks for those rear doors. So you can lock those out so they don't open those on you. And then you have auto lock and auto unlock. So auto lock, after you go a certain speed, it'll automatically lock them up. Auto unlock, once you open the door, the driver's door, they'll unlock. Steering wheel, flat bottom style steering wheel you'll see with the red stitching. So you'll have that nice sports steering wheel. Manual tilt and telescoping. So pull the lever underneath. It'll go up and down, forward and back for you. Cruise control on there. And we do also have redundant audio controls on the steering wheel too. Instrument panel will have a compass, 8-inch screen there, and eco mode, ice blue lighting, message center, trip computer, all that stuff, and display right there. For the climate, dual zone climate control. So the driver and front passenger have 2 different temperatures there. It's all controlled right there on the center stack. AM FM stereo, 6 speakers. Does have the steering wheel mounted controls. Sirius XM with a 360L is also standard equipment. Sync 4 with the 8-inch touchscreen up here. We'll get wireless phone connection, cloud connected. Also 911 assist, so it calls 911 directly if you're in an accident. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so you don't have to plug your phone in necessarily if you don't want to. And digital owner's manual as well on the screen. We have an overhead console with a sunglass bin in there. So we'll get to that. Overhead console, sunglass bin right there as well. Your interior lights are positioned right there. You have an on, off, or right in the middle is for your door. The visors there, they are, of course, a sliding visor, illuminated vanity mirrors for the driver and front passenger. And we do have a day-night mirror on this. So just fold that lever at nighttime, and that way those cars don't pass you with those bright lights and blind you. And down in the media hub area, you have a USB type A and C down there, and it actually does say that in here. And then we do have a core storage down there in the media bin area, also in this console, as well as the glove box there. And we do have on here rotary dial shifter knob there on the console, cup holders as well, and then parking brakes there, as well as the auto hold. And then you can't see it in here, but the drive mode switch is right there behind the parking brake there. And then you also have the Ford Pass Connect, easy way to stay connected to your vehicle using the Ford Pass app, free app that you download, doesn't cost anything. Connect your vehicle. You can unlock it from anywhere, remote start it from anywhere, schedule remote start times, see the tire pressure on your tires, as the fuel, the range that you have on your vehicle, a lot of other things there in the app. And it's a brand new app that just updated, and it looks fresh and easy to use. And then they'll start bringing back some features. They have some features they took away at the launch, but they'll be bringing some of those back real soon. All right. So that's all the standard equipment. Now let's talk about the color options that we have for this year. And we need to go to where we can see the vehicle. There we go. For this year, for the ST line, we do have the agate black, or agate black, agate, call it what you want. Rapid red is an extra $495. That is also available for you for this year. We do have carbonized gray as well. I think that's this one right here. Carbonized gray does not cost extra for that color. We also do have the space silver. Actually, star white is extra $995. That is available as well. And then I thought I was picking that space silver. That's a new color for this year. Looks like it had some blue tint to it, and within that gray. We haven't seen that in anywhere in a vehicle yet. And then we do have the vapor blue metallic as well. So those colors are all those colors. Now for the interior color option, we are getting this color here. So you do have the ebony interior and environment with the red stitching on it. So that is the only option you have for the ST line for interior colors and such like that. All right, so now let's get in some powertrain options for you. We talked about standard equipment is a 1.5 EcoBoost motor with the front wheel drive. It is not showing us costs on these. We do know. Let's go down to the summary here. What's it showing us for cost with the destination and delivery? So it's $28,990 for front wheel drive. So let's kick over to the all-wheel drive and try to see how much that's going to cost us. I didn't do this in the active trim line. So going all-wheel drive, that changes that price from $28,990 to $30,390. So you'll see that's a cost increase when you go all-wheel drive, substantial amount there. So now let's go back up to the powertrains and let's go back to front-wheel drive, which was $28,990. And let's add the hybrid engine. So it's a 2.5 Adkin cycle hybrid engine. So that's going to help save you on some gas. It does show you in there that it's $3,500 to go to the hybrid. I think it does require all-wheel drive as well. Let me look at my notes here. That is the 301A equipment group to go to the hybrid motor. And no, it's saying it is front-wheel drive. So you can go optional all-wheel drive, and it's going to be standard that way. So there you go. So I'm going to hit yes on that. There you go. So front wheel drive, it is $3,500 to go to the hybrid from the 1.5 EcoBoost motor. So it's a big increase there. All wheel drive again is going to be a little extra. So if you go all wheel drive, you cannot go do that with a hybrid. So I wanted to kind of show you that in there as well. So there you go. So we'll go that route. And let's go back up to the EcoBoost there. So those are options for the powertrain. Now, if you do elect to go with the 301A, which is your hybrid, don't forget you will also get the mini spare that is steel. So instead of the tire and inflator kit, you will get the mini spare. And you will also get pedestrian alert sounder as you're backing up, that alerts people. Neutral towing capabilities with the hybrid, as well as the electronic fuel door release. So you can't just press it open like you can on the gas. You'll have to go in. There's a release for those doors. So, or for the door there. So that is a couple things you get when you go with the hybrid there. Now we're going to get to some different packages. And 301A, as you mentioned, that is your hybrid. So when you go 301A, that is what gets you the hybrid, and you get those other features. They're giving it a different equipment group because it's adding some other features instead of just saying it's a motor. So you get the motor, as well as those other features that are also going to be included in that. So, all right, now let's go. Speaking of packages, let's go and talk about a couple different packages. We do have the Tech Package 1. It's $995 for this package, very similar to what it was in the active trim level. Let's click on this eye and kind of show you. It just gets the Ford Copilot 360 Assist Plus package that gets you the adaptive cruise control. Last year, that was intelligent adaptive cruise. This year, they dropped the intelligent name because you do not get the speed sign recognition. So that was a difference between last year and this year. So instead, you do get stop and go for adaptive cruise. You get the lane centering assist that keeps you in the center of your lane. And you get predictive speed assist. Going to those curves, and maybe it can't handle that and it needs to slow you down to handle the curves, it's going to do that for you. And stop and go means if that vehicle in front of you comes to stop, you'll stop too without having to hit your brake. Hit that resume button and you'll resume. And then adaptive means that it slows down to go the speed of the vehicle in front of you until it's safe for you to pass, then it'll resume. Also comes with connected navigation for 1 year service. That gets you the live traffic, predictive destinations, the route guidance. You can read that all right there. Evasive steering assist as well. So if you can't stop in time, it'll help assist in steering around that vehicle to avoid that. Rear parking sensor. So earlier we talked about rear view camera, no sensor. Here's where you get the sensor. As you're backing up, not only can see behind you, but now you get alert if you get too close to anything. And the intersection assist. That's if you're turning over to the intersection, maybe you're able to see because there's another car coming. If it sees that vehicle is coming, it's going to brake you before you get out into that intersection and get in an accident. The rear view camera, not only do you get that, but now it's a digital rear view camera, so it's enhanced, better graphic, better look to it. You're going to get an upgraded Sync 4 system with the enhanced voice recognition system. So you're going to be able to say, okay, forward pass, and it listens kind of like your Alexa or something like that. And then also you're going to get the bigger screen, 13.2-inch center stack screen. So let's select that. And then let's go to our interior features. And then you're going to see that bigger screen now. So not only with the bigger screen, a nice big screen, but you'll notice the climate controls will look different now. Most of those, about half of those climate controls now are on the screen. So that is a difference. When you go to the screen, it also changes your center stack too. So, and then of course, all those safety features that are going to be included in this tech package 1. So pretty cool package. There you go. So we're going to actually unselect that package. You see that can't, there you go. That goes back. Now let's talk about the cold weather package. We're going to select it, and then it's $9.95, and we're going to go into this eye and show you what is all included in this. This package here is going to get you the heated front seats. So driver and front passenger have heated seats, the heated side view mirror. So now it's power and heat. You also get the remote start system. So, and then the heated steering wheel. So I want to kind of mention that. Now the remote start, the way that'll work, it'll, when you remote start, if you have it in the auto setting, it's going to remote start the steering wheel as well as your mirrors and your front seats on that setting. So if you want to go like summertime, you want to make sure you have it on the last setting, and then it'll go to whatever your climate's on when you first got out of it. So you want to make sure you change those each season. So there's a couple different packages that you can select for your vehicle or for the ST line. So, all right. Now let's go into the optional equipment, the standalone options here. As we're going to run through the exterior features first. And we're going to go through and let you know which ones of these are factory ones or which ones are not factory, and you might think about leaving off your build when you order it with your dealer. Panoramic Vista roof with the power sunshade, it's $15.95 for that. That also comes with the side rails, but they're already standard on ST line. That Panoramic Vista roof is optional on the 300 or 301A, which is your hybrid. Remember, does include that, and not available with the rock rail crossbars if you get this. So there is an option for the crossbars. You cannot get that with this feature. This is a factory installed option. So if you want it, order it, put it on your vehicle. Shouldn't hold it up at all. All right, next one down here is the splash guards. That is a dealer installed option. So it'll go to the dealer. The dealer will install it for you. And I recommend you hold that. Don't put that on your vehicle. That will hold up your build sometimes. Now, an Escape probably won't cause too much of a problem, but just don't take your chances. $240, and it should be about the same cost from your dealer. Have them match the cost, whatever. And this is available on either the hybrid or the EcoBoost motor. Power liftgate. We haven't talked about power liftgate. Manual liftgate is a standard equipment here. Did I mention manual liftgate was standard? Maybe I missed that. I might have gone over that. Manual liftgate standard equipment. Power liftgate is $4.95. This is one of the reasons where they're able to lower the cost. Power liftgate is available for you as well. Optional on either the hybrid or the EcoBoost motor if you'd like to go with that. So, all right, moving down. Tire inflator kit. Tire inflator and sealant kit is standard equipment. Is it showing in here? Mini spare is optional. $345 for that. 17-inch mini spare, and that is available. So don't feel like you do not get that. Now, don't forget, you already get the mini spare if you go with a hybrid, so that's why it's not going to be available on the 301A, but it will be available on the 300A. All right, I want to backtrack, go back up. Roof rail crossbars, $405 for that. That's going to go across the vehicle. So if you want to put any kind of carriers on there, kayak carriers, bike rack carriers, that kind of thing, you would need those crossbars. So that's just something that you want to make sure you put on the vehicle. I believe that there is, where is that? Here it is. That is a dealer installed option. So they'll ship the box to the dealer and the dealership will install it. And don't forget, you cannot get the crossbars with the Panoramic Vista roof. They're not available together. All right, moving down, interblock heater. That is a factory installed option that you want to put on your vehicle. It's going to give you a plug in the front of your grill up there or underneath the bumper, allow you to be able to plug it in the wintertime if you're in those cold weather states. All right, remote start, only way available to get that is with that tech package, or with the cold weather package. We have the wheel locking exposed lug nuts, $85. That is a dealer installed option. And another thing that I recommend, that shouldn't hold up builds. I haven't been hearing that, but the more of these dealer installed options you have on your order, the more likely it is to hold up your build, because it has to have all those to schedule yours for production. So if the supplier's behind on something, that may be a struggle. So that's why you should probably stay away from having too many dealer installed options on your order. Cargo mat. Cargo mat will be a Ford accessory, so it'll come with the vehicle when you order it. They'll put that in the back, and the dealership would install it. It is available on either the 300 or 301A equipment group. The roadside assistance kit, first aid kit, those are both things that are available with your order, but they are a dealer installed option, so they'll come shipped to the dealer ahead of time, and they'd put it in your vehicle. And these are two things. Just get through Ford Accessories. The only difference is how much it costs to get it shipped to you, and the chances of it holding up your build are pretty high. Easy access cargo shade. So that one there is also, it's a Ford accessory, so it'll go in your vehicle from the factory, and the dealer will put it in your vehicle. It is available on either the hybrid or the EcoBoost 300 or 301A equipment group. Shouldn't hold up your build. Any of the ones that are done at the factory, you should be good to go, including this next one. Floor liners, front and rear with the carpeted mats. There you go. You can get that. Now, you'll notice there isn't a floor liners without the carpeted mats like there was on the active trim, and that's because the mats should come with special mats for the ST line, and so that's why you won't see an option without. So $200 if you want the floor liners as well as your carpeted mats that'll come with it. Cargo organizer, another thing you get through Ford Accessories, $155. It's a soft-sided folding with the Ford logo on it. Get that through Ford Accessories. It'll come, basically, it's going to get shipped to the dealer anyway, and then they'll put it in your vehicle, and there's no install needed on that. So, all right, moving down. Should have a couple more. Center console in vehicle safe by Console Vault, $410. That is a dealer installed option. They'll put it on your vehicle for you. Again, ship ahead of time. That is something that if you're not real handy, it might be a good idea to put on there. But again, you're okay getting a couple of these dealer installed options. It's when you load it up with a bunch of them that's going to hold up your build from getting scheduled for a production date. So something not mentioned in here for the next year, and that is a front license plate bracket. So in some states require a front license plate, and those states it's standard equipment. Dealer will install it when it comes in. If you're in a state like Kansas that doesn't require front license plate bracket, it's optional equipment, but it's still a no charge option. So the dealer should not be charging you for the install of that. Make sure they don't. They shouldn't be doing that. So there you go. So that's all that, and that's all of our equipment there. So that's all of the standard equipment, the different packages available, different powertrain options for you, and the standalone options all in this one video. Hopefully it did help you out. Use the timestamps to move around in the video, get the information you need to, revisit anything you want to rewatch. And let me give you some different ordering tips for you if you're going into a dealer and you want to order one, custom order a vehicle. First ones being built will be retail customer orders. They're going to build those first and then stock ones after that. So if you want to make sure you get one of the first ones, go into the dealership. You can order this ahead of time, and they can go ahead and place that order for you. So do kind of ask them what they're going to price the vehicle. You have MSRP from when it's ordered. That is what they should lock it into. So you might want to ask them, hey, what are you going to price this to me when it comes in? What's the price over and above and below MSRP? So that's a good question to ask them. Also find out what their dealer fees are. Ask them if they have anything else they add to all their vehicles. There are some dealers that will do that. When a vehicle comes in, hey, this is what we do to all vehicles, and you're going to have to pay that. Get that stuff in writing, know what it is ahead of time, maybe negotiate that in at this time before you're waiting at a dealer. And then when it comes in, you come to find out they require all these other extra add-ons, nitro in the tires or sealing, all kinds of different stuff. Find that out ahead of time. It's always a good idea. And find out that dealer fee. What do they charge? So it's not a bad thing for dealers to charge a dealer fee. It's bad for them to hide it and not be transparent about it and let you know that it's going to be there when it comes in, and you'll have to pay that, right? So find that out. Now, if you want to order with us, we are doing, if you're as an internet special, a YouTube special, invoice pricing on the Escape. So if you want to order with us, we do have allocations available. We're doing invoice pricing on those. So feel free to contact us if you want to. And we have a $495 dealer fee. That is the only dealer fee we have. We don't add anything else. We do have a full aftermarket department that does window tint, protective coats. If you want, a ceramic or something on there, that is up to you. Nothing required, but they can offer those products and let you know what they cost if you'd like to get those put on your vehicle, and that can be done when the vehicle comes in, if you want, at that time. Now, also make sure if you are ordering from a dealership, they know a little bit about price protection. What that means is what the price was when you order the vehicle is what you should be paying. If the price goes up, Ford does have price increases after, throughout the year. If you're in limbo from the time you ordered it and then there's a price increase before it comes in, Ford doesn't re-invoice those. They'll mark that, they'll put the price back up, but they will, if it's a retail order and the customer's the same name as the customer ordered it, they will reimburse you back the difference of what it was when you ordered the vehicle. So they'll reimburse the dealer back. So that's called price protection. I've done a lot of videos on this in the past on our live stream and different things. We honor that for our customers. So make sure the dealer knows a little bit about that, as well as any kind of incentive protection too. So you can lock in those incentives from what it was when you ordered, or if they're better when it comes in, you get to pick either one. That's a sale date or protect date. So make sure your dealer knows a little bit about that as well. So just a couple different ordering tips. Now, if you want to order with us, we do have on top of the invoice pricing, we do have another YouTube special we do on all of our vehicles, and that is if you want to finance a vehicle with us at the retail rates or whatever they're called, then you do that. We'll cover the first $1,000 of the shipping cost to ship it to your door. Or if you want to come pick it up, any travel expenses like flights, hotel, that kind of stuff, gas. Those are the three things to come back to your home. So some people are doing that. They love picking it up here at the dealership and saying hi and then driving their vehicle home for a little trip. So it's really fun. So if you want to do that, you can do that or have it shipped to you. Again, if you finance it with us, $1,000 of shipping costs or travel expenses. So, all right. That's all I have for this. It's not all about us. I hopefully got some information out of this, and it just, find a good local dealership. There's a lot of them out there. Just make sure you have some of those tips in line. And if you want to order from us, know that we do those things here at Law McArthur. So, all right, we have more to go over. We have the ST Line Select, ST Line Elite, Platinum, and plug-in videos to do. So make sure you're subscribed. Have that bell notification turned on so you don't miss any of those videos. Smash that like button for me. I'd appreciate it. Until the next video, stay positive, be kind to one another, and be kind to yourself. And we'll see you on that next video.